Every animatronic is named after their animal, like Chica, Bonnie, Freddy. Hey guys, I'm gonna be making fanfic OCs. So the first piece of media I'm gonna do is, since it's deltarune, I'm gonna make it into a smaller sprite, you know, pixel art. As we all know, Chris has a brother, so I'm gonna be drawing Chris's brother. Since it's Chris's older brother, he would be a little bit, you know. Actually, I'm realizing this head is not long enough. He's an older brother, so he has to be a little bit taller. Now here's the thing, Chris's older brother wants to stand out from Chris, so what he actually does is he doesn't have any hair. Of course, they're the same skin tone, because, you know, they're brothers. And there we go. There we go, we have the top of his head. And you know, since they're both humans, they have to have a striped shirt. And there's my deltarune OC. Since Chris's other brother's name is Azrael, this guy's actually, his name's Israel. Now, of course, we have to draw his dialogue box. And there you go, this is my first OC, Israel. He is Chris's lost brother and he loves his family. Now here's the thing about the Five Nights at Freddy's cast, I really like these guys, but unfortunately it's missing my favorite animal, a bear, so I'm going to be making a bear OC. And of course we gotta give it bear ears, you know. The thing is, if you look at the animatronics, they all have their own signature item, you know. My guy's signature item is going to be an Xbox Series X. Now, something that you might notice is you can see how small the Xbox Series X is in comparison to him. That's because this guy is actually the biggest animatronic out of the Freddy Fazbear animatronics. Now here's the thing is, they couldn't afford a dental plan for this animatronic, so he actually doesn't have any teeth. Now here's the thing, they actually never got to finishing this animatronic. He actually doesn't have any arms. And of course that also comes with the caveat of he has no legs either. If you look at the cast, you'll see that we're actually missing green, so this guy's gonna be green. Every animatronic is named after their animal, so I'm gonna call this guy Bearable. The reason why you can't see it in the games is because one of the kids tried eating it. After eating it, they died of lead poisoning and ended up going on to possess Freddy, which is why they look similar. And just like that, we're done. Here is Bearable. Now I know you guys might be concerned about the fact that he doesn't have any limbs of any sort, but this is actually the accurate scaling. There's going to be what they call a mega animatronic. Unfortunately, they didn't have the budget, and he was consumed soon after. Anyways, now it's time to go to the next OC, which is... Now here's the thing with making an Among Us OC, it's really hard to, you know, make something original. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make a new character, and I'm also going to make a new role. This role is called The Longing. Now when I play Among Us, I have a really hard time trying to figure out who the imposter is. So it's an imposter role, and what it does is it makes you long. And only the imposter can get this role, so if you see anyone who's long, it means that they're probably the imposter. Now this is just the role, now it's time to make my actual OC. So we're going to start off with the same build. Now something that always confused me about Among Us is how the imposters can see during the dark. So what I'm actually going to do with my OC is I'm going to make it make sense, and I'm going to give him an angular antenna. I also thought it was weird that the Among Us characters don't have arms, so my guy's going to have arms. And last but not least, I'm going to give them high-waist pants. I'm going to have to go with brown. The reason why he's brown is because it's his favorite color. And he's not like the other crewmates, so his glasses are going to be green. And since he likes the color green so much, his pants are also green. And just like that, the character is done. Last but not least, his name will be Antonio. And there you go, there's the Among Us OC. I think that this OC combined with the new role would be a great addition to Among Us. We've been doing too much mainstream stuff, so I'm gonna move on to the next. Now I like the Family Guy cast: Peter Griffin, Lois Griffin, Chris Griffin, Meg Griffin, Brian Griffin, and Stewie Baby, but I really think that they could use another member. And since Chris doesn't have a sibling, let's make him one. So I'm gonna be making Chris's long-lost brother. He was kicked out of the house at an early age because they thought that he didn't fit the criteria of a family guy. One of the main reasons that he wasn't considered a family guy is because of his one chin rather than the common double chin found in most family guys. The sad fact of the matter is that it's really hard to be a family guy. And one of the other reasons why he wasn't accepted into the family is because of his chin hairs. He has very similar shoes to his brother Chris Griffin. This is because they're brothers. The shirt is going to be the color orange because orange is his favorite color. Something you might have noticed is that his pants colors are very similar to Mother Griffin's, and his shoes are the same color as his little brother Stewie Griffin. And just like that, we've made Chris Griffin's lost brother. His name is Muhammad Griffin. Maybe one day they'll get back together again. But until then, we're gonna move on to the next OC. After doing some niche characters, I decided to go back to my roots and do a more popular character, so today we're going to be making a QWOP OC. Now there's only one character in this game, but I think that there's a lot to work with here, you know, it's a tracksuit runner. So I'm thinking that we can have a hard mode. Alright, there we got his hairline. This guy's supposed to be built for a hard mode, so we're going to put this guy on a wheelchair. Now this is of course going to be a challenge for a lot of people, but most importantly it's going to be a challenge for him, and it's a challenge that hopefully you, the player, and him can both overcome at the same time. I think that this is a perfect representation that sometimes you're dealt a bad hand, but despite that, that doesn't give you any less of a reason to follow your dreams, you know? Just because you're bound to a wheelchair doesn't mean that you can't QWOP through life, you know? My dad always used to tell me, he used to say, anything is QWOPable, and I really think that that's true. I think that regardless of circumstance, we as humans have the ability to evolve, and to overcome odds that may seem impossible. What might be a challenge in life you can make into an opportunity, and overcome these odds. And if anyone disagrees, they can go QWOP themselves, because while they're QWOPing their pants, we'll be QWOPing into the big leagues on our wheelchair. You might be wondering, what's his name? Well, isn't it obvious? His name is Lob.
What I'm trying to say is that life never goes easy on you. Those who give in will find themselves unable to stand despite having two working legs. But you, in a planet among people with working legs, while you lay bound to a wheelchair, you can still stand higher than them all. All it takes is just one push.